like we never left, I guess. It's been a while. I almost died from the COVID-19, but we're back. I'm Alex. He's Shaw. We're here to talk about professional wrestling, brothers. Oh, how are you, sir?
Good, good, blessed and highly favored.
Oh, yes, that is awesome to hear. A lot of things happened on wrestling since last we spoke. We've had the Survivor Series, we've had Saturday night's main event, we've had TNA final resolution, and not only did we have TNA final resolution, we had the return of the most controversial, talented woman in professional wrestling, in my opinion, Tessa Blanchard. Brother, what are your thoughts on Tessa Blanchard's big return?
It wasn't a big return because
Wow.
nobody wanted her.
Oh, wow. Wow.
I mean, hardcore wrestling fans, but the IWC world did not want her, so it wasn't a big welcome. She just came back to TNA.
Very true. Very true. Um, I agree with you somewhat. Um, and by somewhat, I mean the fact that the IWC, we hate us. I'm just gonna put it out there. We're haters. We hate everything. If I think we'd feel like if you do one thing wrong, like you need to go to jail. You never can get to work again. You need to start working at McDonald's. We don't want you back in wrestling. Um, I don't know which one is a bigger deal. Her holding the title hostage, which to me is a big deal, or her being using racial slurs and not being a nice person backstage. Um, Obviously, I'm wearing a shirt and a hat of a man who said some racial slurs. So, and I'm pretty sure in some circles he's been forgiven, in some circles he hasn't and never will be. And that is Hulk Hogan. I believe Tessa is talented. I know there's rumors that the WWE wants to work with her. Um, and this is a good way. The WWE doesn't have to sign her to put her in a NXT match because they have a deal with TNA. So I would love to see Tessa versus Charlotte with their fathers in their corners. A little Tully on one side and Rick on the other side. Um, Rick is a controversial character all in his own right, um, just for many things, sexual allegations, and getting drunk in public as an elderly gentleman. But I would definitely love to see what Tessa has. She seems like she slimmed down a bit since I last saw her in the United States, anyway. But I hope it goes well. And like I heard, the ladies weren't all happy to see her, but I definitely hope that she does everything she needs to do to get back on top of the wrestling world because she is talented in every way.
She, I,
You just hate her chin, brother. I think that's it.
no, I mean, I just don't. I'm not going to give her her flowers for what she did 7 years ago in America. What she did in Mexico, that's because she was exiled. So, I
True.
mean, that's whatever. But
Very true.
she still has a long road because this is not her first promotions since TNA. I mean, she tried Women of Wrestling
Yes,
and
true.
she got into it. I mean, every promotion she's been in, she's gotten into it with somebody. So
Yes,
I
yes.
just have to see.
That's true. That's true. I think people learn from being exiled. I think with the women of wrestling, the WOW, the WoW, I think she thought she was too good for WoW. She was too good to be in an all women's promotion because a lot of the WoW women, uh, they just wasn't it. Uh, Look at Nikita. Um, you would think with Nikita Lyons' uh, past wrestling experience in WoW, she would be ready to go to the main roster quite a lot quicker than what she has been, and she's been injury prone and kind of botchy in the ring. So I don't know. Tessa's better than Nikita when it comes to in ring work. And then we had Saturday night's main event. Well, no, before we get there, we had Survivor Series, brother. What did you think of Survivor Series? Just a quick, how did you feel about the pay-per-view?
Oh, it was a good Raw pay per view.
Good problem.
There was nothing special about it except people getting injured, which happens every year. I mean, it didn't really do anything for anyone. It just put people together. That feuds didn't really end to anything. I mean, it didn't lead to anything. Nothing came of it. Normally, this would lead into the Royal Rumble or start some feuds, something going on. Seth didn't come out and challenge Punk. Like, we don't know what's really going on with Roman for real, for real. I mean, Cody and Kevin had the night off pretty much. So, I mean, it was cool. It was cool for what it was. But it didn't really, this is one of the few times that it didn't lead to anything.
I that's true. That's true. It was a pay-per-view with that led to nothing. There was definitely no resolutions. It wasn't even. But what bothered me is the war games between the bloodlines was not for the Ulafala. I felt like that should have been for the Ulafala. I mean, obviously we know that they're going to have that Ulafala match on, Bloodline Rules on the real pay-per-view, which is Monday Night Raw, January 6th. But it was definitely it didn't feel like it was one of the big ones at all. The matches were good. That's all I can say. The men's war games was better than the women's this year. But the injury thing that you said, definitely, Bronson, who knows when he's going to be back. They said he's missing Mania. Jimmy broke his toe. I mean, he can still wrestle with a broken toe, but who wants to? So I thought it was a decent pay-per-view, good matches, but didn't push any narrative along at all. So you're definitely correct, brother, in my opinion.
But it was decent.
And on top of that, we've had Saturday night's main event, which was this past Saturday. What was your thoughts on that as a whole?
Oh, it was great. I think that the Winged Eagle was definitely the icing of the cake. The thing that brought out alone was pretty dope. I feel as if this thing with Rhea Ripley and Liv, I want to get this over with. I just want to get this over with. I don't like it going on for this long. I know Liv is not the strongest in the ring, so therefore you have to put her in a program with somebody. That's cool. Then you got to give her a bodyguard. That's cool. But this has nothing to do with the belt at this point. It's more about, okay, you mad at me because I took your man. I came back on a revenge tour, took everything from you. And that's cool. But how much longer does she have to have the belt to prove a point? Like, it's just stagnant. The women's division is stagnant. You got nobody fighting for this belt. You got no tag teams really for real, for real. I mean, and then on top of that, then you want to invite a new belt and to create a women's mid card. The mid card is ass. Who wants to see Sonya Deville go against Selena Vega? Like, I don't want to see that shit. Like, where's Charlotte? Where's Becky? Where's the stars at, man? It's like a belt is not going to make somebody look stronger if they're not strong already, and it's not going to make the division look any better.
I completely agree about that. I would also like to say shout out to Chelsea Green for being the first women's United States champion. Um, Mid card title for the women's, I'm okay with that because they're going to do a shakeup. So we don't know who's going to be on Raw. We don't know who's going to be on SmackDown. It could be we could end up seeing Naomi and Jimmy. Because I heard there's rumors that the Bloodline is going to Raw. So if the Bloodline goes to Raw, obviously Naomi's going to go to Raw because her husband's going to be on Raw. So that'll be a good thing. Naomi, wrestling for the Women's Intercontinental Championship if she doesn't turn heel with this Jade thing, because she might be the one who attacked Jade. And then we have, but I would back to the Saturday night's main event. It was good. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed the Gunther, Finn Balor, and Damian Priest match. the Cody Rhodes match with Kevin Owens, that was good. The ending was better, that we didn't see. You know, the non-televised part with the package pile driver, his Indy and ROH finisher, which we haven't seen the entire time. Like that's what I love about WWE. I just want to say that I love that about WWE. That some moves are special. AEW was trying to do that with the Tiger Driver with Will Ospreay. But the WWE has made the Pile Driver into something special, and that Kevin is the only one who does it. And he does it, and as soon as he does it, you're out. Like, you're not coming back. There's going to be some weeks off. There's going to be some contusions, some compressions. There's going to be a lot of things going on. I like that. I like the way they're doing the, you know, Kevin Owens is rogue. The show doesn't matter. The show goes off, he's still fighting. So I definitely like that. The Liv versus EO match, that was the only match I didn't like, for the simple fact that Liv beat EO clean, and that makes no sense. Like, I know they want to make it. How?
You're trying to build Liv to make it look like she's that girl, because she's a champ. So the champ's supposed to be look strong.
She's still a heel. Like, she's that's like Dominic has never won a match clean, you know, and that's fine. Liv's not a convincing wrestler to me, and I don't think to anyone.
Of course, we know that. Marks know that. Of course not. But to WWE, they want to make it look like she's strong, even though she has a bodyguard.
I mean, heel Shawn Michaels, you know, Diesel Shawn Michaels didn't win matches clean, and he was Shawn Michaels, but he still had Nash, you know, punching people, power bombing people for him. You know, I think Liv is Liv, but Liv shouldn't have beat EO clean. And then EO getting picked up and carried out of the ring by Rhea. Come on now, it's not okay. It just didn't seem EO-ish for me, because EO's top wrestler. You know, EO, Asuka, Kairi, they're talented. They can go in the ring. They can go far better than Liv could ever dream of going. Not that Liv can't go, but Liv can't go on their pace in the ring.
Liv can't fight on that roster and convince people that she can actually beat him. Selena Vega, okay. Liv is small as shit. Like, let's keep it. Now, how they book Alexa Bliss, they booked her perfectly. They can't do that with Liv. Alexa Bliss made it believable that she can actually do it. How he did it with Alexa Bliss, I don't know. But it's that black and gold NXT, man. And I know Liv kind of comes from that, but respectfully, she was like at the bottom tier. Alexa Bliss came out that motherfucker swinging. Bailey came out that bitch swinging. Sasha swinging. Liv, they had to put her in the fucking faction.
Yeah, that's what I was getting ready to say. They all stood on their own, and really, it was Ruby Riott and Sarah Logan that were the wrestlers of that group, of the Riot Squad. She was the pretty girl in the Riot Squad, but they were
in the bottom tier.
Yeah, but she was not she was not the wrestler. She was the one you looked at because she was the one sucking the sucker and laughing in the background with the pink hair. That's who she was.
Yeah, Ruby Logan, Ruby Riott, Ruby whatever, whatever you want to call her.
Ruby
she
Soho.
wrestled in the Indies. We saw.
Yeah, she could go, and she's pregnant, and when she comes pregnant, had the baby, married, and all this stuff. But when she does come back, to AEW, I honestly, I hope she goes to WWE, but and restarts the Riot Squad. We can put Liv back as the third tier again, But I mean, I don't know. Since WWE is into these factions, with the PFC, the Pure Fusion Collective, with our dear friend Zoe Stark. Congratulations, Zoe Stark, the best wrestler in the group, for advancing in the Intercontinental Women's Tournament. By the way, who do you want to win the Intercontinental Women's Championship?
I don't care.
Oh, damn. I'm going for Natty. I think
that division. That division is terrible. That division is ass. You can put whipped cream on shit. That's what that is. That division is terrible.
Wow, is that
Spend to read the focus of this division
so?
when you're putting your Habuki warriors, your damage control in the background, your Tyra Valkyrie. She can actually go. She's
Yeah,
in the background. Selena Vega. She can really, really fucking go. She's in the background. Oh, hey y'all, we got this belt. We're gonna put y'all in the forefront again. Well, you're not in the forefront because that belt don't mean shit because you're still not gonna be the focus. The focus is gonna be Dom, Liv, and this fucking Rhea shit. It needs to end.
I believe by the Royal Rumble. No, by January of Netflix before the Royal Rumble that the live thing will be done. Charlotte will be off the injured list. They're going to do a shakeup. I feel like the shakeup thing, we need to look at it like this. If we see Andrade go to Raw, we know Charlotte's going to go to Raw. Obviously, that's a husband. Um, and if the Bloodline thing, if they go to Raw, we're definitely going to see the Street Profits go to Raw. We're going to see Bianca on Raw. I think we need to pay attention to who's getting advertised for this Monday Night Raw thing. Like we're seeing Naomi, we're seeing Bianca. They're both getting put on the advertisement for the Monday Night Raw on Netflix. I think they could be part of the shakeup. I think it would be good. Bianca doesn't need to
Don't
be
nobody want to be the champion. Sorry.
Naomi. Bianca doesn't need to be the champ, right? Like the main women's champion, right?
Nobody wants to be the moment when she was champion was stale as shit. Even when she won the belt years ago, it was one of those. And she wanted, I think she wanted in February around Black History Month, whatever.
Yeah,
But Naomi was just winning the belt at the time when that belt was just being passed around like a Diddy party.
I get it, but I want you. But hear me out. I'm not talking about Glow Naomi. I'm talking about heel Naomi, not babyface Naomi. I'm talking about snatch and grab Naomi. I'm not talking about I'm
We already got
dancing.
Bianca back. We got Jade back. So every black wrestler gonna be snatch a wig, bitch.
But they don't. They're not heels. Bianca's not a heel. If
But
Jay,
you ain't gotta be a heel to have that form, that spunk, that attitude, that I'll snatch your wig, bitch. You can say that shit as a face.
that's true, but we gotta. If Naomi stops dancing, stop wearing colorful wigs, and just wears black leather and just beats bitches, stop doing the rear view and starts and tapping people out like she did in TNA as a heel, I think it will work. I
Man.
would love to see heel Naomi. I would love to be the who did it, the who done it
Yay,
with
yay,
Jade.
yay. I don't get no pop. Yay, 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 yay.
No, that song needs to. They need to retire that. Retire all her themes need to go. The bad. The I'm bad. That one. That was good. We know when she was bad and the amazing was slow. I just think she was better as a heel, and I would love to see her running back as a heel at least one time. I think that would be different for the division. Jade's not ready just yet to be on her own. She might be by now. We don't know. I think she's doing a movie or
No,
something.
she's not.
I don't think she's wrestling. I don't think she's practicing. I think she's doing a movie.
Oh, by the way, at 8:40, I gotta run the Dollar Tree before they close.
No, we'll be done before then, boss. We'll be done before then.
So just letting y'all know, I was supposed to start this thing at 7:30, and I waited to go to Dollar Tree. He kept me captive and hostage. I just want y'all know he kept me in podcast purgatory.
Well, it was my bad. My bad. I had to go get my cats.
Yeah.
So
Who this man? Who him?
Hey, I'm the heel today, brother. It's Hollywood season, but
We got Afrophobia, y'all.
I am the heel of this story, brother. Speaking of heels, let's talk about it. Jada Parker. What do you think about her? She got bleeped. She's edgy. She said the S word, if you will, on national television.
Look, I don't care what they do with her as long as they keep her on NXT and keep her in those outfits. Oh yeah, she's a talented wrestler. She's a very talented wrestler and soccer player.
Hey. She said she She is not a she's a wrestler that used to play soccer. She's not a soccer player that wrestles. She said, "Get that right. Put some respect
Well,
on her big
well,
hipped
those
name."
years of soccer has definitely helped her build a very strong athletic build.
Yeah, she has a great physique. But um, I assume you feel the same way about Lola Vice as well.
That's a great feud. As I was saying, NXT is just a better show. I have nothing I could talk shit about Raw. All NXT, I have absolutely nothing negative ever to say about NXT.
NXT is
It's
good.
just a great fucking show. This is a great fun all around. Just all around. When it's, I don't look at the clock when I watch NXT. That's why I can't watch it on Wednesday because I'll be late for work next morning. I will watch a whole 2 hours of NXT.
Well, NXT's on right now.
Yeah, well, I
but
mean, yeah, but
but
yeah, but now I love.
I watch it. I usually watch it in the morning. Like it's my breakfast. It's my breakfast. NXT's a
I
good
love what they're
breakfast.
doing over there. Seriously, NXT with Chase U. I love Chase U for years. The factions in NXT that they build. I mean, I wish they got was it Toxic Attraction back
I
together.
missed
I
that.
know
I
that's not
missed that.
possible.
Mandy ain't coming back. Mandy making too much money, man.
You make too much money.
You know, showing half boob, not even a full boob. You see half a nipple, and
No,
oh,
she's making her money right now, man. I'm happy for her, man.
okay.
For real. She said I ain't gotta get injured. I ain't gotta get
That's
hurt.
true.
I
That's
can
true.
just chill at my house and take pictures.
Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
You can make a few money. You can make a 50 grand showing in your wedding dress, taking it off, and just showing your bra and your panties. I ain't mad at it at all. Make that money, girl, and then when you get a little bit older, come back. That's all I want.
Almost. I can't name, but so many female wrestlers that have OnlyFans do the same thing that she does, and they're still signed to WWE. Chelsea Green got OnlyFans; she's still signed.
But there's a difference. You don't see a boob with Chelsea. No nudity. And Lacey Evans is almost naked from what I heard from her OnlyFans. So
Well, she's done. She's never
yeah,
coming back to wrestling. She
she's
said.
not coming. She didn't enjoy it. And I think the thing with the Sergeant Slaughter's daughter getting mad that she had the gimmick and felt like she should have asked. But you also have to understand she didn't grow up in the business. She came from the NXT. Like she was just came from NXT. She had no prior knowledge of professional wrestling before NXT. So we have to think about that. She doesn't know the etiquette, the proper etiquette of professional wrestling. To ask, can I borrow your finishing move, and can I, steal from your Sergeant Slaughter gimmick? So I don't know. I think she got a raw deal in wrestling. She wasn't bad. She's one of Triple H's girls. She wasn't bad.
She was a good wrestler. She was a trainer before she was a wrestler. She was just
Mhm.
trained the NXT girls, and
Yeah.
I just think they didn't know how to book her.
Yeah, she wasn't bad at all. I liked her stuff. I thought they were going somewhere with her when she was selling those inspirational stories, about people dying, and her mother and her father and her brother, and then they turned her heel, and then she became. And I was like, that didn't make sense. Like she's supposed to be inspiring. Um, I think
Yeah,
they wanted to flip flop with her too much, and they didn't get a good story and stick with her. But she's making her money too, just like Mandy. But I hope Mandy does come back. Whether it's with Tony Khan or Triple H, it doesn't matter who. I just want to see. I thought Mandy became a better wrestler once she went to NXT, and she did. She did the title justice. Sometimes I watch just to be like, oh, Mandy's killing it on the NXT 2.0. That wasn't my favorite era of NXT, but she was like, oh, she stepped up her game.
definitely.
Well, I know we have to talk about it. Speaking of women, let's talk about it. Tony Storm has returned, but she's no longer timeless, and she's forgotten her entire wrestling history. What do you think about this Tony Storm debacle?
I don't care what she does. I love Tony Storm. I love Tony Storm since the Indies. I
Yes.
mean, she can do anything. I mean, I watched Tony Storm wrestle in high schools. I watched her wrestle on big stages. It didn't matter with Tony Storm; she can go. AEW was definitely missing Tony Storm, but I think some key components that could really help is if Tony Storm gets that belt off of Miss Mercedes Moné. It's just, yeah. The way I feel about Mercedes is how I feel about Liv.
This is how I feel about. I'm happy to see Tony back. Um, I think they're missing the boat. Why is the TBS championship more important than the women's championship? I mean, I know Mercedes is more important than Mariah May, but Mercedes' feud should be with Tony Storm. Mercedes should be
Who the fuck is
feud.
Mariah May?
He said he,
Who's Mariah May?
she's
Who the fuck is that? Who
they,
watched Stardom? Who watched Stardom? No, I'm
I
just
mean,
saying, who the fuck watch these motherfuckers?
I've seen
You know who
Stardom
Julie
because
is?
I did.
Julie is fucking beautiful. That's how I know who Julie is. They got 15 million wrestlers in Stardom.
Yes,
They
they
all
have a
look the
lot.
same.
Yes.
Julie stood the fuck out.
Well, so did Mariah May. She was white. She was a
Yeah,
Caucasian woman, and she
she wasn't the
won.
only white person to go through there. Camille, not Camille, but who else went through there?
There's a few.
Tony Storm went through there.
Tony Storm, Megan Bain. But Megan Bain is a huge woman, so and she had. I can't wait to see her in there. I've had the privilege of seeing Megan Bain go to the gym in person when she was down here in Louisville, and she's a beast physically. She's an
And who
imposing
was
woman.
that? Anna Jay.
Anna
Anna
Jay,
Jay's another one. That
but no one cares about Anna Jay. She just lost to Mercedes. Uh, another person who's lost to
well,
Mercedes.
yeah.
I don't see that. The Mercedes thing, she is what it is. But let's talk about the business. I know you want to talk about because they hurt people. Let's talk about the hurt business. Um, Shelton Benjamin in this tournament, him losing to Kyle Fletcher. How do you feel about that?
I mean, he's supposed to lose the cop. They brought him in to get guys over.
But you do know
So
that
people are complaining. I mean,
my only
he's not
complaint
there to
is
get
that
gold. He's there to get people over.
I get that. My only complaint is that he did lose to Cal, and yes, it was iffy that he lost to Cal. It was some shady business, but Jay Briscoe is beat Cal this past weekend. So I think the person that should have beat Cal should have been maybe Shelton in a later match. I know that Shelton is a heel. I know that Bobby's a heel. I know that MVP's a heel, but they're getting cheered more than Swerve. And Swerve's the baby face. Swerve's the one of the top baby faces. Like he's right after Orange Cassidy.
As far as Briscoe, listen, I like the Bushwhackers growing up, but they were a comical act. I don't know what they're gonna do. Anyways, as far as Swerve, Swerve's solidified. He can do whatever he wants. Like he said, Tony will do whatever I want.
Yeah.
He's solidified. No matter what he does or feuds he has, he's like Seth Rollins. It's gonna be good.
I agree. I mean, I don't know. Seth and Punk, that's getting good, but we're gonna get that a little early. It's not gonna be a WrestleMania match now. Um, but Swerve is the man. When it comes to TNA, AEW, he's the guy for sure. I hope that Swerve. I don't know why Swerve's not in the main picture. The Death Riders thing. Why are they going against everybody else? They're not going against Swerve. They're going against the little guys. They're not going against MVP. Like there's so many other people that I feel like need to be in the main spot other than the people that are in it in AEW. I'm not talking about Moxley.
Okay, well, Moxley is cutting Warrior promos. So.
Yes, he's cutting those in the skies. Not as much intensity as the Warrior, but definitely one of those. What the hell are you talking about, brother?
No, well, Warrior was on coke, so he had a reason to act like that. Moxley, I don't get
what's his
is he back on the bottle?
No, he's He's the guy, man. He's the. I don't know what he's going for with the Death Riders, but I want to see something more from the Death Riders. It's very confusing.
The
I
only
feel,
star in AEW that has left WWE that I'm like, oh my God, they didn't utilize him here. And now they're utilizing him. And I hope that he has shown the world what is Swerve. Nobody else. Not Ricochet, not Moxley,
I
not
do.
Jericho. No one else. No one else
So,
am I like, oh my God, WWE, you
so
dropped the ball on this motherfucker.
okay, I agree. So before we get off of here, I do want to ask you about Ricochet is turning heel slowly. They're sprinkling the seeds of a heel Ricochet. You saw the match with him and Brody King, right?
Yeah, ass.
He he cheated to win and all this stuff, and he's doing a more heel persona. Do you think him being a heel without his wife? Do you think him being a heel without his wife is going to be effective?
It's not believable. You can't be a heel and have that moveset. You cannot be a heel and have that flippy flippy shit.
You
You
can't
can't.
use
You
moveset.
cannot be a
CM Punk says
heel.
don't use moveset.
I'm just saying Will Ospreay can be a heel because he can talk on the mic and like it's different with Will Ospreay. Ricochet can't talk. You can't do all that flippy flippy artsy ballerina shit and then talk gangster. It just don't. It don't. I just don't. It don't put fear in my heart that you running away from me in the ring. No, I'm not scared of you.
He's not really talking gangster. I know you're
He's
not.
talking gangster. He's talking gangster. I started this shit.
Yeah.
AEW wouldn't be shit without me. These niggas look up to me. Well, I'm Prince Puma, bitch, and all this other stuff. Dude, it's not. There's nothing.
He's
Do you 5'2"? There's nothing gangster. It's dude. Stop it.
he's an
Stop. You will
OG.
never be a big wrestling star. You will be an indie flippy flippy nigga, and that's all you're gonna be. I'm sorry, Ricochet. You should have stayed in WWE and stayed speed champion. I said it.
Damn.
I
Damn.
reiterate, nobody from WWE that has gone over there that I'm like, man, you dropped the ball to two people, Athena and motherfucking Swerve. That's it.
Okay. I give that to you. I give that to you. I give that to you, my brother. But I would like to say,
Oh, Tony Storm. Oh, Tony
I
Storm.
was
Tony
saying Tony.
Storm.
I was going to say, hold on, Tony. Tony.
Storm, yeah.
There we go. Because Tony, they dropped the ball with Tony. Tony with that Charlotte Flair and pie thing. That when they did the pie splat deal. Charlotte herself knows that the only person that she at the roster on that time she had good matches with was Tony because Tony can go.
Yeah. I
You
got to hop
know,
off and run to before they
I was getting
close.
ready to say it was nice talking to you, brother, and it was good to
No,
see
it's
you
not.
again.
It's not nice. It's awesome. It's awesome.
It's
Awesome.
amazing. It's amazing. We've been hanging and banging since '84, brother. But anyway, it was good to talk to you. Talk to you about wrestling. We will talk again.
Yes, sir. You have a
All
good
right.
night.
Peace. You too.
Charlotte Flair is coming back and kick with guy's ass. I don't give a fuck nobody says. And yeah,